What's up, you beautiful people? It's the gaming dude and welcome back to another video. And today's video will be a $250 to $300 Ryzen APU gaming PC. We all know that Ryzen APUs are not out yet. I decided to make that video until it gets released. Maybe I'll do another one when it gets released. So yeah, this budget APU is a great APU for the price actually. I mean, you can cheap out on the power supply and case and make this gaming PC even more cheaper because you don't have a dedicated GPU, so you will not drain a lot of power, but maybe in the future you'll need to upgrade the power supply. But anyway, as I said, this PC should be pretty capable of playing the latest and greatest AAA games, at least running it at decent settings and a decent frame rates. But if it didn't, you'll be able to run the most playable games on the internet like Overwatch, PUBG, Fortnite. For the CPU, we're looking at the younger brother, the Ryzen 3 2200G. Now this is a quad core CPU with a base clock of a 3.5 GHz and a turbo boost to 3.7 GHz, and it has the Vega integrated graphics. As you know that this GPU is comparable to the MX150, which is the laptop version of the GT 1030. So both CPU and GPU are pretty capable of playing the latest games at really decent settings. Expect a GT 1030 performance more or less when overclocked. For the board, we're looking at the cheapest board we can get, which is the A320M board. Now this board is pretty basic and generic board, like it has everything you need, but there isn't anything fancy or flashy in it. We're building a budget gaming PC, so you can't go wrong with it. But you can go for a B350M board if you want to get a higher CPU in the future and being capable of overclocking it. But it's a really decent board for the price and you cannot go wrong with it. For the RAM, we're looking at 8 gigs of DDR4 RAM. If it's me, I would try to get a decent kit of RAM for a decent price, so I would look for 8 gigs of DDR4 RAM on sites like eBay, Craigslist, so I can get really good deal on RAM. I think some people would sell it for a reasonable price, like somewhere around $65 to $70. Like in my country, the cheapest 8 gigs of DDR4 RAM on a site similar to Craigslist is for around $65, so that's a win for me. I mean, but you cannot go wrong if you went for 8 gigs for around $80. If that's the only option you have to go with, this didn't hurt the budget. But if you found it for cheaper, you would save more money. For the hard drive, we're looking at a WD 1TB hard drive from eBay, of course, for around $25. You can get a new one for Amazon if you're concerned about getting products from eBay, especially hard drives. Yeah, it will be for around $50, so in that case I would recommend you to go for 500 gigs to save more money. As I said, if your budget is only $200 to $250, then I suggest you try to cut corners, my friend. But yeah, both 500 gigs and 1TB are plenty of space. I usually say that and I'll keep saying that, so you cannot go wrong with any of these options. And for the GPU, as you know, we're looking at the Vega integrated graphics. So yeah, this GPU should be capable of running the latest games, and I say running because the latest games are pretty demanding. They are 2018 titles and we're looking at a GT 1030 comparable performance, so you don't expect to play games at 1080p medium high settings and get 60 frames per second. But again, as I said, you cannot go wrong with it. It provides really great price per performance. Or you can get a GTX 750 Ti if you want better performance. But why would you pick an APU if you're getting a 750 Ti? Pick something like an AMD X4 950 if you want to save some money. But yeah, this is a really great price per performance APU, and the GPU inside the APU is really good. Now for the case and power supply, I decided to go for the cheapest I could find right now, as always. So the case is around $20. It looks really good. I believe it's from DIY and they produce really good, great budget cases actually. And for the power supply, you can go for the cheapest one you can find, because as I said, this PC doesn't have a dedicated GPU, so you can't go wrong with any power supply. But if you do not want to upgrade down the line, and when you get a dedicated GPU you don't want to change the power supply, you can go for something like an EVGA 430 watt power supply. For around $30, this power supply is the go-to power supply in budget gaming PC builds, and these are all the parts we are going to talk about. So that is it for today's video, guys. If you found this video helpful, fun and interesting, press on that like button, press on that dislike button, and tell me why in the comments below. I know that the APU is not out yet, but I am really excited about this APU. Are you? Like, leave your opinion down in the comments. Thank you for watching and I will see you in the next one. Peace.